dawn of time, the story of humanity and nature has been one of interwoven wonder. We gaze upon the same starlit skies, seek solace in the same ocean depths, and stand in awe before life's intricate ballet. Yet in this grand symphony of life, how many truly unique tales have we missed? Are there unseen creatures still living mysteries just at the edges of what we are familiar with? Today, we will unveil just one that continues to hold a secret unlike anything else on this earth. So I ask you, are you ready for this discovery? This takes us beyond the edges of imagination into the mysterious realm of the flamingo. Imagine an artist reaching for the boldest pink on the canvas, except this isn't a dream or even fiction. How can such intense hues explode on the face of this planet or on Earth for any species? These aren't just birds. They are an enigma. The almost impossible design with the strangely familiar limbs, those unbelievably curved beaks, and those model-like strides, so simple, yet all complex at the core, is the product of not merely science, but something greater at play. Do these animals seem strange? Or are we just as unusual from different standpoints? Perhaps it is just in that mirror that their real secret lays. Shall we begin? They thrive where few others dare, in landscapes that most would find desolate or outright deadly. How does an environment become a cradle for so much life, especially as it continues to seemingly destroy any other form of sustenance? The salt-encrusted plains, the caustic waters, are anything but a prison to these magnificent birds. These seemingly lifeless locations are actually pulsating with an untold secret. It's the source, it's the magic itself. And just like any story, the habitat itself seems to weave secrets, but I wonder, how long have these pink marvels witnessed it all when humanity just recently got curious? Let's travel deep and explore. Now, how does one navigate a muddy pool and thrive? Prepare for an unraveling of biological wonder. Their machine-like, downturned beaks aren't just odd-looking curiosities, they're designed to extract sustenance in places no one ever imagines possible. As they use a precision like never seen before, these tiny nets pull through an algae-filled stew. They almost perform a ballet routine underwater, every small motion perfectly executed over thousands of years. A delicate system that nature keeps perfected every single day without skipping a beat. But how does nature even pull that magic? It begs even deeper mysteries that for once I want to solve. Do you as a viewer see any answers there, or can it push a little deeper? What say we? They might look similar, but they have individual lives, right? As they move as an unpredicted wave through Earth's spaces. These are beings that understand strength lies in a bond so strong they do everything as a unit. Each small nod, twist, and movement isn't a haphazard occurrence, but synchronized and timed so precisely, it often looks like they follow one another, or perhaps listen to an unspoken message. Can they actually think together? Is it a higher mind in action, or perhaps an instinct we aren't aware of, even with all this study? I ask this because what's the show if we can't connect these animals back with each other? Yet at its core, there's always something universal amongst all lives. The instinct to nurture is beyond language. Flamingos pass more than genes, it is traditions. Every young hatchling is fed this magic, milk-like solution, right from within. Perhaps nature understood from beginning, you cannot create a generation without empowering them from the get-go. They teach the children what no book will, and while this bonding process looks beautiful to most, do these parents ponder where else in nature that care isn't shared like their bonds? A question we will address soon. Because as a watcher we ask another, is magic always safe? Or is danger just lurking around a bend waiting? We need to discover this more and more. If the muds are their safe harbors, the skies, well, those are for those wanting to understand true liberation, because that is home too. Each soaring being is proof they live for freedom and never look behind. The question is, what is beyond those mountain tips or hidden terrains for these travelers? Do they have plans in mind? Perhaps their next stop to renew their purpose, their strength, as these wanderers travel beyond where their human counterparts go. Each tiny winged movement a statement, a lesson, a possibility of freedom if one is brave enough to search, the ultimate call above all else. But just one last step brings us back down to something very stark that needs discussion. Are you with me? What does one do when home isn't so safe? Sadly, these magical kingdoms face shadows of human-made disasters. When their waters fill with chemicals, homes with mountains of trash and pollution threatening lives everywhere, who speaks for these guardians of land who cannot call or even tell the world of their struggle? Nature faces the impossible. Are they just creatures? Or are they living alarm bells to remind that destruction looms closer and faster than anyone wants to believe? The answer is simple. Are we ready to wake up and act? But the questions remain, what about those beautiful souls and babies? What will be of them? I ask of you, in utmost urgency. The tides must change, for it is in us that we find solutions. Communities come together for the flamingos. Researchers are finding unique ways, but there is so much still to do. By acting, protecting, and choosing to find a sustainable method that also respects our older sibling nature, we're changing things, but only more knowledge and wisdom helps. You, watching today, hold great power. Do you also see nature as a precious guide on our journeys and need more information? Then subscribe and click the notification bell for more. If you liked what you saw, we will take you to places few can imagine on planet Earth. Share the video if the world also needed to hear about the power of tiny pink wings. Let's all come together so creatures big and small live out their full glory and continue to inspire all, but especially future generations. Because all animals, all species, all people, and Earth is linked together in one interconnected magical symphony. Let's be a voice to all, no matter how different our world might seem.